Yeah, it's cold. I started editing using Yoast. I was just looking over all-in-one. Yeah, AIO, but I couldn't. My mind isn't working enough for me to start abbreviating. I looked over all-in-one. And they've got a Facebook preview and a Twitter preview. I'm not sure if they have a Google thing preview, which, now that I think about it, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know what their focus is on. But, yeah, what was the other one that... Was it them that focused on... See, now I'm mixing up all the kind of different... well, only the two, really. Google, Bing, and Yandex. If it was them, and then they have the Twitter and Facebook preview, not the... I don't know. So, I don't know how they separate their things. It may be just as effective as Yoast, but Yoast does give the general overall impression that it's getting something done. And yeah, they're both pushing for their paid version, obviously, right? Why wouldn't they? But with Yoast, you're just paying the money, you know, just giving them the money. The other one, you actually have to sign up for something, I think. Open another account kind of thing. With all the accounts you gotta, oh my gosh. Another thing you gotta try to keep track of. Anywho, so the overall impression I got, looking at both of them, was that Yoast is very thorough. And if you wanted to do the premium thing, there's less paperwork involved. That was the impression I got. In short, boys and girls, I'm gonna go ahead with the premium thing tomorrow. Today is day 10, right? And I thought, no, maybe I just tinker with that number a little. No, I'm sticking with that number. And having stuck with that number, I got mixed up in the details again yesterday, trying to wrap everything up. So the drag thing that I didn't think worked, because I always had to use the arrow thing to move a block up or down. You gotta click on the drag icon before you can use it, or it won't work, which is what I was doing. I was just trying to get it to work without clicking on it first and then getting it to work. You gotta click on it first. The other thing, the pagination thing on that home page, which, by the way, is a different format than all the others, because I try to YouTube the darn thing, information, and apparently you've got to go to posts, not pages, on your dashboard, and start tinkering with all that kind of stuff. So those buttons that you first get when you start a web page, a website, they've got that next, previous, and the numbers thing, because that format for that page is completely different than a new page thing you may start up. Okay, so they don't even have it classified as the same kind of software or same kind of platform. Go to your dashboard. You want to tinker with the pagination things, you got to go to the post, because that's what it's referring to. So that means anyone can come on my website and start graffitiing all their stuff. I'm not sure I like that, but anyway, I don't know how to know. But that's it's a different platform. It's not classified as a page on your dashboard. It's classified as a post, that first page, the home page. So that in and of itself is confusing. And then I try to look at a few other videos about oh my God. Talk about getting carried away. This is only supposed to be the first 10 days, and this is a web building thing, which is not where I'm trying to get to. Because apparently, yeah, you still need all the darn codes and all that kind of information if you're going to focus on web building. I'm trying to get the darn thing found, not built. Okay? So it's like, go with what they've got, tinker with it to get to fall into something you want to work with, but focus on the ranking. Focus on being found, not focus on, getting all kinds of lost in the weeds with all this fancy stuff. So refocus on SEO, right? So, the HTML link that I had tried to use to try to, when I was playing with all the coding blocks and whatnot, I'm going to use that very code on each page and just put next page and the name of the next page, and that's going to be the link to the following page. And for good measure, I'm going to go ahead and make a sitemap page. Not sitemap page, to further clarify the order that I more or less intend people to go through, just to get a feel for how it is, just trying to figure out all this stuff. So yeah, those are the details I worked out. So I finished what did I end up calling it? I ended up calling it putting it all together. And then the subheading on that one was the first 10 days. Just to really clarify it. And although I didn't take Yoast's advice as far as putting in an introductory paragraph, I hate that, and I got college flashbacks. My professor said that I hate that format. It bores that out of me. I hate it. Anyway, yeah, you don't have time, you don't have patience. You just want to read the first paragraph and be done with it, which is basically what it comes down to. No. I took a lot of the advice, but as far as my particular style and not following the structured essay format, boring. So yeah, no. Anyway, but yeah, they wanted you to do a description thing again. Every page they want the description thing, and that's where I did the introductory. Which is what an introductory paragraph is, right? So, yeah. So I put it in there, but not on the page. Okay? So, whatever. I kind of sort of took their advice. I still ended up with, I think, 3 problems or whatever it was that I finally said the heck with it. This is the way it's staying. So yeah, follow its advice, but it's supposed to be a tool, not a straitjacket. you know? Use it as such. What else? You know that, okay, so my sitemap thing turned into putting it all together thing. And I got back into the details, and which I am now calling tying up the loose ends. And that's already in my draft section. And I'm also going to include a sitemap page to further clarify. Because they throw all the pages on top of the screen in what seems to be alphabetical order, which has nothing to do with the chronological order this thing should be followed in, if you want to get a feel for what the first 10 days are like. So, I don't know, but hey, to each his own. So that's how I'm going to put that together, and yeah, it's day 10. Oh, I got an email from Pearl, the other facility that I applied for. The first one is in Yazoo. This is the one, the Pearl one is the one that wanted the local driver's license. So, yeah. So I got an email from them. So I've got to do their application as well. And yeah, that's how that's progressing. I got my library DVDs switched out yesterday. I got my change for the week. So far that's working out okay. I get my oatmeal and my Little Debbie's and go to the customer service thing, which they now call money services, or I don't know what they call it now. Because now they're doing a whole bunch of stuff like, it's almost like a bank, which is probably a good thing since what banks have become now. Credit unions, people, credit unions, okay? Find a credit union. All you have to do is live somewhere, or work somewhere, or even just go to church somewhere. And you qualify for a credit union somewhere, okay? So, yeah. Wow. Anyway. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, even credit unions are frustrating, right? If you've seen any of my previous videos, you darn well know that. So, yeah. Alright. So this is day 10. I'm wrapping it up. I got the application for Pearl. I got to do that too. And tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and get the premium. And I'll have 20 days to play with that before my business plan expires. So I'll get to see what that's like. And as far as the other thing is the SEO beyond WordPress. Well, obviously I'm going to eventually find that one out anyway, since I don't want to be paying for the business plan on an ongoing basis. So, yeah. That'll happen, as that's unavoidable anyway. I mean, that's going to happen anyway, right? And yeah, I don't know what the other one was. I think that was it. Okay, so what else did I put? Another statement. If you're new to SEO, I strongly suggest just sticking with the basic version to begin with. All the details they get into probably won't be useful to you. It continues, hold on. If it's a question of just accessing their services for 30 days, yeah, then all right, go ahead and pay for it. Please. Yeah, this thing's being peppered with all these standard messages I'm formulating for my potential clientele, right? Yeah, so later, sitemap without, yeah, okay, but that's going to be beyond the 10 days. the just that phrase, the first 10 days, that ought to tell you this is just going to cover the basics, and we're going to hit the things that are the fastest and easiest to get done. So as far as alternate methods for creating a sitemap and all that, fine, whatever, but that's not going to be the first 10 days, all right? Well, it would be if you're already accustomed to all this kind of stuff and you had access to the Wi-Fi 24/7. But then it wouldn't be the first 10 days. It would just be 10 days, right? So, okay, that's the qualifier there, the first 10 days. This is newbie stuff, okay? So, let me get that part. Not that I won't be able to make a sitemap without a generator. But right now, all I'm focusing on is the first 10 days. Get everything done using the basics, not throwing down for not getting all tangled up in all the details that a premium service might supply, and just establishing the basics, all right? And yet having enough stuff so you can actually submit your website and submit a sitemap, and at least get in there, all right? However you would want to start tinkering with SEO and how involved you want to get with it, that's going to be a personal thing anyway. So that's why I want to make it clear. It probably will not be useful to you because they want to run their business, right? I mean, they're not the SEO thing. That's why they're paying someone. And if they really want to get serious about it, they can pay the $75 an hour for these self-proclaimed SEO experts to knock their socks off with all kinds of detail. I mean, you can get lost in all kinds of weeds until the second coming. Excuse me if I'm starting to throw down religious statements. It's the environment. So, all right. So, anyway, yeah. For someone just starting out, for someone that just wants to get their site up there and have a solid foundation, without getting lost in a bunch of details they probably don't need, this is a good starting point, okay? Which is all I'm trying to establish anyway, all right? Because you can really get carried away with this thing as much as you want. And if you want details, this stuff will more than satisfy you. You'll have tons of detail, most of which you don't really need. Okay. Anyway, that's my update. It is day 10. Tomorrow we throw down $9 more for the premium. So that's where I'm going with this. Alrighty, 7:50 a.m. What is it? Friday, right? Friday morning, November 18th, 2022. Here in grand old Jackson, Mississippi. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you later. Take care.